What if there were no parties, Democrat or Republican? What if it wasn't shirts and skins? What if it was based on performance and what they did for you and your tax dollars? Why don't we look at the last 6 years? Who of the two parties put points on the board? Well, here's what happened under Republicans. They passed a tax law that gave billions to already rich people. After 3 years, your normal people's tiny tax break went away. Billionaires get to keep theirs. They ran up the deficit $7 trillion. Trump ran up the trade deficit $916 billion. It was a 40% increase. Then he put tariffs on Chinese goods, which added $74 billion to the prices Americans paid. And that pissed off China, and they stopped buying our farmers' crops, and the Republicans put our farmers on welfare, $26 million worth. And the GOP talked about healthcare constantly. Remember how the Republican plan was coming in 2 weeks? And it was coming in 2 weeks for 4 years. Remember Infrastructure Week? That also lasted 4 years. We finally got infrastructure. But this guy passed it, and these dipshits voted against it. Trump was impeached twice. Once for blackmailing Ukraine with weapons, and the other time for trying to overthrow our government. And these lunatics backed him up. And they tried to end democracy. These half-baked, cockeyed morons are dangerous. And if they were all Democrats, I would vote for Ronald Reagan's rotting corpse, which, by the way, is still showing up to work more than Marco fucking Rubio. So the group that ran the country from 2017 through 2020, that called a pandemic a hoax, that killed 1 million Americans, 40% more dead than had they just done something, anything. They added 40% to the trade deficit, costing us all billions. They did shit on healthcare, infrastructure. They took immigrant children from their parents. They took voting rights, women's rights, LGBTQEIEIO rights. They put people on the Supreme Court who'd never tried a single case. They lost 6 million jobs. While Trump made $2 billion in the White House, where he gave his kids jobs, and his kids made $640 million while he golfed 300 days and made us a worldwide laughingstock, and I'm not even scratching the fucking surface. Kevin Mumbles McCarthy has said, they're going to fix things, America first. Yet it was just 2 years ago when they were in charge. And the store shelves were empty. And we were locked in our homes and had refrigerator trucks full of dead people. And now they're going to fix it? Fix what? Democrats created 5.7% growth, 3.5% unemployment, 10 million jobs. They united NATO, stood up against Putin. And the last guy licked Vlad's taint. Dems passed the Inflation Reduction Act, the American Rescue Plan, first gun laws in 30 years, the CHIPS law, the Packed Burn Pits Act, and the Asian Hate Crimes law. He updated and reauthorized the Violence Against Women Act. Stores are full. We're back to work. The deficit is down $1.3 trillion, and the stock market hit 69 records since Biden became president. And he's only been doing it 19 months. Republicans have the balls to call him senile while they voted against all of these accomplishments that turned us around so fast, that grew the economy so fast that we have inflation.